pushing a flank pawn and controlling the key d5 square. White develops a knight to fight for the central light squares. Develops the knight and supports the center. g3 prepares to fianchetto the light-squared bishop to g2, where it will control the center from the long diagonal. It's critical to develop your pieces as early as possible in the game. This seems like a mistake to me. There was a moment to punish your opponent's error, but you let it pass. They slipped up a bit here. Not the worst move, but definitely not the best. You had a chance to play something better. Your opponent should be careful developing their queen this early. Their better move was to develop a knight and attack the center. Your pawn is left undefended and can be taken. That was a free pawn. You blocked the check from an opposing queen. Decent move, but they had a better one. Now you can win material by trapping your opponent's piece with the right continuation. Takes back. Good eye noticing that piece is trapped. You'll win material. They are right on target. That rook was yours for the taking. Their king has lost its castling rights. Their best option was to block a check from the opposing queen. Good job developing, but you blocked your center pawn. Your better option was to defend a rook that was under attack. They blocked the check from your queen. They've offered to trade pieces of equal value. Nice find. You found the only move in this position. You are forcing your opponent to isolate a pawn. A clear recapture. This isn't a mistake, but there was something better for you. The game was fairly balanced, but now your opponent's position has worsened. You had an advantage, but now the game is close to equal. They had an opportunity to punish your inaccurate play, but didn't catch it. You missed a chance to punish your opponent's error. Their better move was to reveal an attack on the pawn. Nice move. Your piece now controls more squares. Creating a pawn chain. You trade off equal material. A clear recapture. You found a safer square for your bishop. You can pick up a free pawn. That pawn was free for the taking. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. Your best move was to develop a knight and attack the center. They didn't find the right idea. You are bringing your knight into play, eyeing the central squares. Your opponent allows a free pawn capture with this move. That pawn was yours for the taking. Their rook fights for the open file. Yes, this is the way. Recapturing and developing their knight at the same time. A great way to control the open file with your rook. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. You calmly step the pawn out of trouble. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. Putting your rook on the 7th rank is a great strategy. Your opponent creates a pawn chain, making their structure more robust. You captured that free pawn. Their bishop is now in a more active square. Well done, an excellent move. You can pick up a free bishop. You capture that free bishop. Their bishop is now more active on this square. By using the pin to the king, you will win material. They made one of the top moves in this position. That knight was yours for the taking. They moved their king out of the check from your bishop. A good choice to move your threatened rook. I like their choice. You want a pawn for free. That's playable. You had a better option, but this is not bad. They move their king out of the check from your rook. Your passed pawn is one step closer to promotion. You calmly step the rook out of trouble. They played one of the best moves here. Passed pawns must be pushed. This move doesn't help their position at all. Your passed pawn advances to its goal, moving their bishop to a better position. You continue the checkmate attack. Recaptures. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. Precise move from your opponent, getting closer to the forced checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You miss the quickest checkmate, but the game is still yours. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. You continue the checkmate attack. They move their king out of the check from your rook. You're still on the road to checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You continue the checkmate attack. You captured a free pawn. They made one of the top moves in this position. You're still on the road to checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You continue the checkmate attack. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. That was the only move. Congrats on your win.